Yeah, right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your two fighters for the event. Here at Cowboys Stadium tomorrow night, Dallas, Texas, the Grandmaster Joshua Clottey, former world champion, challenging the reigning and defending 7-time world champion, pound for pound, the best in the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao.
Right. Good job, good job, good job, good job, guys. Good job.
Clottey.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's turn it over to Darren Wilson right now, who's going to interview the challenger, Joshua Clottey. Darren, come on up here, please.
Joshua, this is going to be a huge fight for you this week or tomorrow night. In your preparation, how are you feeling for this fight?
I feel so good, very well focused, conditioned, determination for this fight, and I'm ready.
Manny's been a guy that's pretty much taken control of the tempo of every fight that he's been in the last, especially the last 4 or 5 fights. How are you going to control the tempo of this fight?
Well, like I said, I have my game plan, and I know Manny is a good fighter, and I'm ready for him. I want the world to know Joshua Clottey, and I'm ready to show the world who I am.
You know, we understand that your trainer is not over because of the visa problems, but your training, has your training been any different from what it's been in the years past?
Yeah, it's been different because we're working for the first time, and he's been pushing me, and I'm fine. As you can see, I make the weight so easy because I haven't run today. Nothing I do. That's for the first time I've done that. So that means I'm ready.
Right. You know what? Times I've watched you fight, you've been a very strong fighter. Are you going to be that exact strong defensive fighter tomorrow with Manny Pacquiao?
I'll be more stronger than every fight I had because I am ready, and I've trained so much for this fight, and I'm ready to fight with Manny Pacquiao very, very well.
Joshua, you're a true warrior, man. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you very much.
And Manny!
Thank you.
Good seeing you, bro.
All right, you've seen the weigh-in, the fighters. You might be a little surprised that Manny Pacquiao's weight, 145 and 3/4 pounds, but he usually comes in under that limit, the welterweight limit of 147. Of course, they have to try hard to keep weight on Manny and to actually build him up into the welterweight limit. Darren Woodson has been over there talking, of course, with Joshua Clottey. He's getting ready to talk to Manny Pacquiao as well. Real gala occasion. The fans here, you can hear the enthusiasm, of course, around and outside the Cowboys Stadium. We're getting ready to tomorrow night to go in, and of course there will be also a World Championship fight that you've been hearing about, featuring Humberto Soto and also David Diaz. Promises a lot of action. Jose Luis Castillo will be in action tomorrow night, and of course Castillo famously in what many feel was the greatest fight in the history of boxing when he took on Diego Corrales. He'll be taking on an always action fighter, Alfonso Gomez. John Duddy is in action tomorrow. It's really quite a show against Michael Medina. So everything, including the main event, of course, Manny Pacquiao and Joshua Clottey, is promises to be action fights, and that's what this card is going to be all about tomorrow night. Action, no doubt about it. That's the way they put these fights together for tomorrow night. And of course, just as big as an attraction probably will be the stadium, because so many people are curious about the stadium, the $1.2 billion Cowboys Stadium. And as we mentioned, among the fights that we are going to see tomorrow night, tonight. John Clottey and Michael Medina. Murder Man Medina, they call him. And that is going to be interesting because Medina's been rolling a lot of victories. Actually, I believe we have Darren Woodson up there with Manny Pacquiao right now. Here's Darren.
I will do my best for them, for the fans.
We've watched Joshua Clottey fight in the past. Very physical fighter, big fighter, walks around at a bigger weight than you are. How will you get to Joshua tomorrow?
Well, I'm not gonna promise you of knockout, but I will do my best to make people happy, and I don't want them to disappointed on Saturday.
You have so many things going on in your life, your personal life. So you're in Congress, acting, you're doing a little bit of everything. But are you prepared and focused on this fight?
Of course, I have to focus and concentrate the fight after thinking anything else. After the fight, we have after fight party there.
Oh, the after party. We'll be at the after party, won't we? Also, Manny, in your recent fights, you have controlled the tempo of every fight you've been in. Is that going to play a factor in tomorrow's fight?
Tomorrow we have a strategy that we create in our training, so people they're gonna surprise tomorrow.
Manny, you've been a great warrior over years past, man. Good luck tomorrow night.
All right, thank you, and thank you to all the fans who come here today.
He is so popular, it's amazing. And, of course, these fans have turned out a bit brisk here in Dallas, but the fans have braved the brisk weather and a little bit windy outside, but nonetheless they wanted to, of course, see their hero, Manny Pacquiao. Now, also, tomorrow night we talked a little bit about the fight that's going to open up the show, which is Alfonso Gomez taking on Jose Luis Castillo. Castillo, of course, involved in that tremendous fight with Diego Corrales. He's had some hard luck of late, and he's hoping to once again climb back up the ladder as he takes on Alfonso Gomez. Gomez famously came out of the Contender Series on television, has had some big fights, some big wins, and he is hoping to once again ascend to the heights by taking on Jose Luis Castillo. And that particular fight, Castillo weighed in at 144, Alfonso Gomez 145. So certainly with Castillo at 144, that's heavier than he used to be when he was fighting the likes of Diego Corrales. Darren, you're back. You got a chance to visit with Manny. He's such a nice guy. All the girls say about Manny, oh, he's so cute. How can he be a fighter? It is pretty amazing. I'm not going to go that far. Yeah, but it is amazing the way that he turns it on in there.
It is. It's amazing that you see a guy who's come up in weight and pretty much controlled, and we talked about a little bit about the tempo. Mm-hmm. He's controlled the tempo every fight that he's been in, and I'm talking about bigger guys. He's dominated the pace of those fights, so it's been great.
Now, what about Joshua Clottey, of course, because we've talked a lot about Manny Pacquiao here today. What about Joshua Clottey in your mind? Because he's a tough, durable guy, of course, but can he ascend to the heights of this particular moment?
And we're going to find out on this huge stage tomorrow. When you watch Joshua Clottey, he's always been a guy who's put in that defensive fight stance, and then he's come out and then he's blistered guys that way. But we're going to find out tomorrow night. Manny's going to force Joshua Clottey to fight tomorrow. We're going to see if he's going to step out there and fight for 12 rounds.
Of course, if you take a look at the losses by Clottey, and he's beaten some good people. He's beaten the likes of Zab Judah. Of course, he beat Diego Corrales. And then if you look at his losses, very close to Cotto, and the Margarito fight was right in that one as well.
Yeah, and I saw the Margarito fight. I thought he was ahead on the scorecards. When he went down, I thought he put up a valiant effort before he had the hand in it. The same thing. I thought he was beating Cotto. And you look at Clottey, this guy has been in with some great fighters, and I don't really see a loss on his record.
As we take a look at Manny Pacquiao in action, it appears to me to be one of the most unusual styles. It's almost hard to predict. You wonder as a guy, and you're an athlete yourself, you plan a game plan, and then you get a guy who is so unusual. That's got to be very, very difficult with angles, awkwardness, whatever.
Yeah, if you think about Manny Pacquiao, you watch him every time he fights. He's a guy that not only is he a great athlete, but you can tell that he has a game plan and he follows that Freddie Roach game plan to a T. So it's been special to watch him grow over the years.
It's really exciting. I know these fans are going to be there tomorrow night. Every seat in there, then they've configured it for 45,000 going to be filled tomorrow night.
It's going to be a beautiful fight.
It's going to be great, and we're glad that you were able to join us today for the weigh-in for the big fight. Thanks a lot, Darren. It's been great working with you.
Thank you, Rich.
We'll all have a good time tomorrow night, that's for sure. And don't forget for you, get that pay-per-view. You want to see it. Don't miss it.